Hello everyone, glad to see you all. How are you today? I hope you all just fine. By the way, maybe this video will be my last video in 2020. Hope next year we'll get through this pandemic and win it. Okay, let's continue our adventure with Hercule Poirot in ABC Murders.
Family photos and files. It looks like this woman is single, but she has feelings for someone.
Betty and Donald. Eyes brimming with tears. No wedding ring.
She is looking so intensely at this photo. But is it really a sister that she's studying in this manner?
Is it Betty or Donald?
They made the perfect couple, am I correct?
Yes, in a way. She was pretty and he...
Well?
He's a bright man, with a promising career ahead of him. He would have made Betty a good husband. He was always attentive and generous. Oh, a true gentleman.
I hear a note of envy in your voice.
You must have heard wrong.
I must have it wrong. Really?
Donald appeared to be very much in love with your sister.
Yes, he was mad about her.
Mad, you say? Being madly in love can often be destructive, and Mr. Fraser was known for being jealous, I believe.
No more than average. Men are always slightly possessive, especially when they are with a pretty woman.
I am not your enemy, Mademoiselle Barnard.
And you are not my friend either, Mr. Poirot, sir.
Yes, but your lies are not helping Mr. Fraser, or you for that matter.
Yep. I need a bit of your information.
I know that Fraser was jealous, but I wonder why you feel the need to protect him.
Protect him? I hope you're not suggesting...
That you are Fraser's accomplice? There is nothing to suggest that, at least not yet. It would appear that your sister's murder is the second in a series that we have to stop as quickly as possible. The first was in Andover, and the same as your sister, the murderer sent me a letter informing me that a crime would be committed in that town. Now can I count on your honesty?
Yes, you have my confidence, Mr. Poirot. Don is a quiet and sensitive young man, slightly reserved too, and as is often the case with reserved people, when he flew into a temper, he completely lost control. He could be so violent. Betty was frightened.
And when was this?
The first time was about a year ago. But they rowed more recently. Donald found out that Betty had lied to him. She said she was going out with a girlfriend, but she went out for dinner with a married man. It was an awful scene. She told him that until they were married, she was free to go with whoever she pleased. Donald turned quite pale and started shaking and kept saying one day...
Well?
He'd commit murder.
Whoa! Commit murder, you say?
So you were afraid that he would become our main suspect. I know that Fraser was jealous, but I wonder why you feel the need to protect him.
Exactly. Had you not told me about the case, I would never have dared to tell you about this little matter. Don loved Betty with all his heart. I can't imagine for one instant that he would hurt her.
Very good, Mademoiselle Barnard. Thank you for your help.
Phew. At last Megan was open for us.
Fraser is at the Ginger Cat. The police haven't spoken to him, but they want to.
Très bien, Hastings. Let's see him now. Au revoir, mademoiselle. My deepest condolences to your parents.
Of course, Mr. Poirot. And don't be too hard on Don. He's more fragile than he looks.
If you say so.
It seems that Megan cared Donald so much.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What had Betty planned to do with her evening? Betty was seeing other men as well as Donald. Betty had probably planned to meet someone that evening. Betty lied to Donald about what she was planning to do the day before. Betty lied to Donald because she had a date with another man. Did Betty know her assailant?
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
The victim has marks on the neck. The man seduced Betty before taking her to the beach where he strangled her. What is Megan Barnard behavior hiding? Megan kept looking at the photo of Donald and Betty. Megan really liked Donald Fraser. Megan has a soft spot for Donald. Did Megan Barnard have a motive for killing her sister? Betty was seeing other men as well as Donald. Megan was jealous of Betty. Are these motives enough for kill her sister? I don't think so.
You've seen Fraser, Hastings. What is your feeling?
He's a big chap. Fragile isn't exactly the word that springs to mind. I talked to his landlady before seeing him. She went to bed at 11. Fraser wasn't home yet.
Bien. Megan Barnard said he is a reserved character but with a nasty temper. We will see if this is the case.
Megan jealous of her sister. Donald sometimes violent towards Betty. Hey, that must be Donald Fraser.
How do you do, Mr. Fraser?
You're Hercule Poirot. Mr. Hastings said you wanted to speak to me.
Yes. I know that it may not be the right time, but I would like to ask you a few questions.
Donald seems down at the moment.
This man looks suspicious.
Dark circles, crumpled clothes, white horse whiskey.
Donald Fraser is in a terrible state, as if he hadn't slept all night. And he's drinking white horse.
Leave me alone.
Most probably a single man, a whiskey lover. Maybe the murder.
I knew it, I heard it before.
Tell me that it's a mistake. That Betty isn't dead.
Sadly, your lady friend has been murdered, Mr. Fraser.
Oh, Betty, if only you'd listened.
Did you visit Betty yesterday afternoon?
No, I haven't seen Betty for 2 days. I was at the office yesterday afternoon.
Can you prove that?
Of course. But why this question? Betty died yesterday evening, didn't she?
Donald annoyed because of us.
Yesterday, a guest came to the Ginger Cat alone and ordered a White Horse whiskey, and by the look of it, you also appear to be fond of this brand.
Yes, it's a good whiskey and not cheap. I only drink it on special occasions. Or tragic ones.
I understand. Do you know what Betty's plans were yesterday evening?
She said she was having dinner with her sister.
He is sad.
And you believed her?
And why not, sir? She was my fiance.
That did not stop her from lying to you before. Betty was not a bad girl, but she did like to take advantage of her success with men.
How dare you sully her memory?
Oh, he's mad.
I am not interested in memories of her, Mr. Fraser. I am looking for a killer, and I need you to be my closest ally. That is, unless you have something to hide.
Of course I don't.
Très bien. So, what were we saying? Where were you yesterday evening?
I looked everywhere for her, but in vain. When she said she was going to have dinner with her sister on a weekday, I thought it was strange. I tried not to think about it, but I was like a lion in a cage. I was convinced she was lying. So I went round all the restaurants in the town. When I didn't find her, I went to the next town. But nothing. I must have got home about midnight or 1 o'clock.
Did anybody see you?
I don't think so. I didn't talk to anybody. I was so furious.
Ah, I knew I'd find you here, Poirot. I thought the victim's young man was here.
Yes, he's all yours, Chief Inspector.
I've talked to Donald before, Inspector
Let
Chet.
us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Did Donald have a motive for Betty's murder? Betty used to go out a great deal. Donald was a violent man. Donald had a motive for killing Betty? Jealously. Does Donald have an alibi? Donald does not have an alibi. Donald may have been at the beach and have killed Betty. Does Donald have a motive for all the murders? The 2 murders were premeditated and were carried out by the same murderer. Donald may have killed Betty, but he does not have a motive for Mrs. Asher's murder. So I don't think Donald the killer. New objective, return to the crime scene. Okay.
Fraser doesn't have an alibi and he's extremely jealous.
You are very skilled at summing up.
And yet you haven't asked Japp to arrest him.
It is too soon. But I agree, without the letters announcing the crimes, Fraser would already be behind bars. Bon, I think we have enough elements. Let's reconstruct the events at the scene of the crime.
I can't imagine how the murderer wasn't seen, though. Surely she must have struggled.
Let us try and imagine the scene.
Yeah, reconstruction begin!
The killer and the victim are walking on the beach. Miss Betty has a bag, a belt around her waist, and carries her shoes in her hand. Both of them walk slowly to hut number 5.
Miss Betty enters the hut.
No, it wasn't hut number 5. Let us think again, mon cher.
I forgot. Oops.
The killer and the victim are walking on the beach. Miss Betty has a bag, a belt around her waist, and carries her shoes in her hand. Both of them walk slowly to hut number 5.
At French.
Both of them walk slowly to hut number 6. Miss Betty enters the hut. She leaves without her belongings. Then she hides a code. They keep walking. Then she removes her belt.
The murderer moves behind her and then attacks her by surprise. The body falls, lifeless, on the sand.
Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
A cold-blooded murder. Yeah, a cold-blooded killer. Okay folks, inshallah, we'll meet in my next video. Be safe and healthy always. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.